Your brain runs on a program that has been developing since the day you were born until this very exact moment, and this program affects everything. It affects how you cope in social interactions, it affects what you do in your everyday basis, it affects how you cope with struggles, with depression, with anxieties, it affects everything when it comes to your behavior. And the problem is that until now this program has been influenced by outside forces. You literally let people do the programming for you. You made people influence who you are as a human being. But there is also good news. You had a choice. You are the programmer of this program. Humans have a level of consciousness that literally no other animal possesses. A tiger will be born and his final product, that who he is as a tiger, is influenced by his genetics and his environment. But humans have the capacity of self-awareness, of actually being the self-perpetrator of our own actions, of being able to be disciplined, of being able to do the right thing even if we don't feel like it. And this magical thing is what you are actually able to utilize in order to set the right programming. Look at almost every successful person you want. You will always see some form of self-programming, whether that's visualization, affirmation, self-talk. They always program their brain in order for them to behave in the way they want to behave. Conor McGregor, Cristiano Ronaldo, fucking Kanye West, Zlatan, whatever successful person that you see in the public eye, they do some form of the self-programming. And the thing is, I'm not that successful person to give you the definitive guide on how to do it. I'm not an authority here, but I will share some of the practical steps you can do to start self-programming from the research I did to implement it in my own life. The first step is quite paradoxical, and it is programming your brain into believing that you are the programmer of your life. You see, in every situation in life, under any circumstance, you have a choice to make, and your job here is to acknowledge that choice, is to consciously think about that choice and exercise your ability to impose your will into the world. And let me give you two examples. The first one is, let's say you started a business and something failed, okay, something just didn't work. Instead of thinking about, oh, the universe, the luck, the fate I got, think about what you can actually do, and most of the time there is plenty of shit you can do. As an example, you might work even harder, be more creative, and focus on whatever thing that is actually under your control. Another example that might be more applicable is, for example, you failed at a test in school, your parents smacked you, you are frustrated. Instead of thinking about, oh, how bad life is and how low intelligence you are, think about what you can actually do in that situation. Work even harder, be more creative, study more efficiently, cheat for God's sake, I don't know, do something, because there is something that is under your control. And the first step is acknowledging that and reinforcing that in everything, every second in your life. Now, after we did the first step, that is granting ourselves the capacity to make our own program, to develop our own program, it's time to actually write the code. And the code that we are going to write is going to be based upon the things we actually want to be. As an example, you maybe want to be a courageous person, somebody who does the things that he's afraid to do. So every day you can have the choice to ask yourself, right, what can I do today that I fear doing? What small thing I can do today to make myself more courageous? And every time you do that thing, reinforce that. Remember that you did that hard thing that was challenging for you to do, and every time reinforce this idea, every time, constantly. And it's something that should be like almost at the baseline for you to program yourself. It's something that will have to be consistently in your brain until it's so deeply ingrained that you cannot even doubt the fact that you are courageous, hardworking, or whatever thing that you programmed yourself to be. You see, as with every advice, it is easier said than done, so you will have to acknowledge the fact that it will be dirty, it will be great, it will be fucking difficult, but at the same time, if you will keep going, in the end you will be able to be the programmer of your own brain, of your own program. And At the same time that you do it, you might even hit the follow as I share my insight for my own life and the things that I learn about human nature, masculinity, self-improvement, or whatever thing possible that is meant to maximize your life.